someone actually go for a 4 and then run 3 sets of the medium tyres and then a soft tyre at the end. And that does now look like it's only a very slow stop, but pit stop there.
Really right, got stuck for Adrian Suit on it, and he's now plumb last, I'm afraid.
Yeah, be better. McLaren just testing out their pit guns here, so we might see someone try a 4-stop with a soft tyre at the end. But for the time being, all the engineers are trying to get their drivers just to hold on until up to 25, something like that. Maybe second of their 3 spots.
But Grosjean yet to stop for Lotus up there in 6th place at the moment. So as we saw last year, and they now seem to have rediscovered that, they've got a car that's pretty kind to its tyres.
Well, for Grosjean, he has the comfort of making it past lap 5 here this year, which he didn't do in 2012, nor did he manage in 2013. But at stages last year, he was looking an absolute world beater in the Lotus. And a car this year that he just wants to beat. Oh. Hamilton wants to get in the first sector, with his teammate. The middle sector, Nico Rosberg, stretches the advantage.
Okay, Sebastian, everyone is struggling with tech, so stick length is critical, stick length is critical.
Some people have blistered the right front on primes. Tech is a bit higher than we expected, but nobody is really struggling.
I suppose what the teams could do with it, Martin, is a nice big cloud to come and sit over the circuit for a bit and reduce this tarmac temperature.
It's gone down to 53. We'll only be sitting there with toes and fingers crossed because blisters are scary for them.
Well, look at that. That's Nico Rosberg's front right.
And that's just getting worse and worse, isn't it? That's a horrible looking front tyre. So the only way to help that is Hamilton does a new fastest lap, so they've got speed out there. But we knew that anyway, didn't we? From just the sheer power they've got with the turbo engines. It's 800 metres altitude here, and normally they're quite a big tower on power with normally aspirated engines that the turbo compensates for. Bottas too, with a very blistered right front tyre. But as Simon already said on the radio to Daniel Ricciardo, it's not affecting people too much at the moment.
You see Fernando Alonso in the background there, behind Kevin Magnussen, and Magnussen behind Romain Grosjean, who still hasn't stopped in this race. Enjoying himself this moment in time. Glad we can focus on this battle a bit. We can see how Grosjean's tyres are holding up here. Obviously Magnussen on slightly fresher rubber. How much of a struggle does it look for Romain Grosjean through some of these twisty, tight corners?
It should get a little better later in the race. It should start to cool down. It's down to 52 now, I see. And Grosjean looking right front into turn 10, leaves himself exposed for Magnussen again. But of course, they start the race with 100 kilograms of fuel. Grosjean's tyres are about to cry enough. Yeah, they've had it. They might be trying to sweep into the pit lane here, which is going to be quite interesting, and the pit lane's not available to him.
Well, he can't go into the pit lane. He's got Kevin Magnussen to the left-hand side. He would have had to have slowed down quite appreciably to make that switch, so he's going to have to stay out there for another lap. And a car that looks to have as much grip as a bucket of eels at the moment. Very slippery indeed. I think he's on the next lap, so he might have Fernando Alonso to his left-hand side as well. I hope we stop him going in.
Saying it, so the track will rubber up a little bit. The fuel load goes down, so there's less load on the car, although of course it's aero load that really dominates that rather than just the mass of the car, but it still helps that you get rid of your fuel load. The only other way I could think of protecting those tyres is on the out lap and the first flying lap. Just bring them in a little bit more gently, not explode the surface of that tyre with a really high surface temperature, and see if you can just stay out of the blistering a little bit more.
So the gap out in front, we're watching the battle for 6th at the moment, was 2.4 seconds on lap 19. It's now down to about 1.7 seconds at the end of lap 23. Hamilton is starting to gain on his teammate again. I think because Hamilton was so close to Rosberg at the end of the first stop, he's almost forced Rosberg to push a bit too hard at the start of this stint, and now Hamilton is making major inroads into it. So as we cross the line there, Romain Grosjean going to the left-hand side. Fernando Alonso wants to go around the outside, and there's no way around on this particular occasion. Good defensive move there from Grosjean to try and protect what is for him at the moment 7th place. We're on board with Alonso. Surely better cracks it through the curve of the Sol, and now Alonso can have a go at Grosjean before we get to Ciudad del Lago. The league descends with one lake on the left-hand side, now one lake on the right-hand side. Grosjean has been passed by Alonso, and he's been passed on the inside by Daniel Ricciardo, by Sebastian Vettel as well. Daniel Ricciardo waiting just for the time being to get past what is an ever more less grippy Lotus.
Yeah, it's going to be all his tyres are listed now, the looks of it. It's especially the right-hander, because it's obviously an anti-clockwise circuit with some pretty key left-handers as you climb the hill towards start-finish line. Grosjean has no grip left worth talking about.
But he has gone long enough here to make this into a two-stop race. You would have thought.
So we think all cars ahead are on soft triple medium except for Grosjean, who looks like he's trying to two-stop.
Force India working it out as well as Hamilton. Another fastest lap. Now 1.2 seconds behind his teammate. Finally, Romain Grosjean can come into the pits and get rid of the tyres that he started this race on.
And Vettel's in the pits too.
And he's in the pits for a second time in this race. So is he trying to undercut Fernando Alonso here, Sebastian?